Second team All-State, first team All-State wide receiver. Had another great year. And Coach, let's start with you guys. 19 wins over the last 2 seasons, tied for the most in a 2-year span for Franklin High School. These kids, when they were sophomores, won 3 games, if I'm not mistaken, and really turned it around. And let's talk about this senior class and their development and what it means to the program moving forward.
This group of seniors has been really special to our program. We kind of threw them to the wolves when they were sophomores. And they struggled a little bit. We only won 3 games, but they were in every game and kept battling. And those battles paid off for them as juniors and seniors. And like you said, we've been able to win 19 games over the last 2 years. They've been real instrumental to our program and kind of getting us to that next step. And now they set a standard for the guys below them to work towards. And we're going to miss them. We're appreciative for everything they've done for us, and we're looking forward to following their careers here after high school.
We got a lot of offense here, and I'll talk to these guys about offense, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about a Nate Woods or a Kelly LaForce or a Caleb Miller. Defensive guys have really propelled an awful lot for your program the past couple of years. What do you guys run on defense? Why were you guys so successful on that side of the ball?
Yeah, we're a 3-3 stack type of defense. We kind of went to that scheme probably 5 or 6 years ago, just because we're not blessed with all the size in the world, with the kids we have. So we just try to get as many athletes on the field as we can. And those guys, the names you mentioned, they've just been tremendous. Nate Woods set our school record for career tackles. 397 tackles in a career, and that's a lot of tackles for a linebacker. And he had a great year. And our defensive staff, led over there, our defensive coordinators, Brad Childers, Tom Adams, and Tom Parker, and Frank Russell, and those guys on the defensive side do a tremendous job getting our kids ready to play every week and getting them to believe in the system and what they do.
Looking forward at your program, yeah, and you had great success in other programs you've been at. Why do you like Franklin? What is it that makes it such a special place? And moving forward, sustaining this level at the Division II. You played a tournament in the tournament this year. I think you went, who else did you play?
We defeated Northwest, talented Northwest.
Very good Northwest team, yeah. So moving forward, as you see Region A, what's it going to take for you guys, and you've got traveling Madison here tonight as well, what's it going to take for you guys to get over that hump and play at that level and get to that regional final?
That's one thing that we've talked about with our kids in our program. We've kind of taken that next step every year. The last 2 years, we've taken that next step. So we're trying to knock on, we've been knocking on that door, so we're going to try to knock that thing down. And we just set high expectations for ourselves, high expectations for kids, and don't accept anything less than living up to those expectations. Now, with the changes that are going on in the Ohio High School Athletic Association with the 7 divisions and those types of things, I'm not sure how that's going to affect us right now. We're one of the smaller Division II schools in the state, so we'll see. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, you probably hear anytime. It doesn't matter. You want to get that next step and knock down that door. You're going to have to play those great teams, and that's one thing I say about our kids. It's probably why I love not only being a graduate at Franklin, but also the way our kids are. We'll play anybody anytime, and I like that mentality about our kids. And it's not always been like that. When we first got back there and started to get things turned around, but our kids they'll go and compete against the best. We started Springfield this year in the preseason. They've got an outstanding program. Great football team at 10-0. But that's what I like about our kids. I really love the grit, and I'll go to battle with any of them.
Sounds good. Let's go to the right of you and talk to Chris Heimer. Chris set the school record with 1,600 plus yards rushing this year, and for carries, a heavy load. But Chris, you were an integral part of this team for 3 seasons. What's the most satisfying part of finishing your career like you did?
I just have to say that really the satisfying part is that we actually made the playoffs past the first round into the second round. Because I mean, if it wasn't for all the other players, we wouldn't have got there. I mean, we had other people with Connor, we had Caleb Miller, we had Nate, all our linemen, big thanks to them. I mean, if it wasn't for other people on our team, we would got as far as I did.
Ask you about those playoff games. You guys got to play home playoff games the past 2 years. Talk about the atmosphere on your home field, being able to play in front of your home field, and winning that, finally getting that win that you guys haven't had since the 80s in playoffs.
It's the greatest feeling in the world. To be on your home for playing against other teams. You got thousands of people in the stands. Everyone's watching you. Eyes are on you. It's just the greatest feeling in the world to be out here.
All right, moving forward for you, what's it look like for your college choices, and what's on the horizon?
Thomas More, Urbana, Wilmington. I'm looking at the future.
Sounds like some good coaches in all those schools. So good luck to you, Chris. And let's move it over here. To my right, Connor Stickelman, first team All-State wide receiver in Division II. And Connor, things didn't always start off for you as a wide receiver. As a sophomore, you were a quarterback. The change for you from going from wide receiver, or from quarterback to wide receiver, was it hard to get up the quarterbacking position?
Yeah, at first it was. I was just a natural, like I just, not much about like, I just naturally love quarterback. So going to wide receiver was tough, but I adapted to it and I picked up on it and I loved it.
When you talk about adaptation, what did you have to learn? What was the toughest part of off seasons getting yourself to honing yourself to a first team All-State level? That's pretty impressive.
Yes, sir. Mainly footwork, honestly. I just had to go from a 3-step drop to running a post route was a big change. So I just had to pick up on the footwork and running routes and catching the ball.
Well, it didn't hurt that you had a quarterback that could throw the country mile. Talk about your sophomore, Luke Bernard, really took the position big time this season.
Yes, sir. He has ice in his veins. He's cool. He's calm. He just drops back and finds me and lets it go. And I can always count on him.
So moving forward for you, what's your college situation looking like?
University of Dayton or Center College.
Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Franklin Wildcats. They went, was it 9-2 this year? 10-2? 10-2 this year, won a playoff game for the first time since the mid-80s. Let's give them a big round of applause.